Good morning from the fifth park of the Florida 2023 trip. You're watching Adventure Planet, where today I'm back here at Universal Studios Florida, a park that opened back in 1990 and has seen so many changes over the years. When it was initially just built as a way to kind of compete with the nearby Disney resorts, now fast forward to today, you've got a theme park hugely successful in its own right. We're going to head on in today, check out those updates for 2023, including the new area, Minion Land. Yeah, that's open just past the entrance here. Comes with its own attraction, Villain Con Minion Blast. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at that. There's 3 coasters here as well on offer, including the absolutely awesome and one of my personal favorites, Escape from Gringotts over in Diagon Alley. Absolutely fantastic ride that. We've also got Halloween Horror Nights here today, which does mean that park hours have been cut a little bit short today, 8 a.m. through until just 5, and then Halloween Horror Nights kicks off at 6:30. That'll be coming up in a separate vlog on the channel tomorrow. But for now though, let's head on in to Universal Studios Florida and check out all those 2023 updates. And we got one of the main photo opportunities right outside the park here with the big Universal globe with all the mist effects coming out of the bottom. Nice and cool around here. A little bit concerned that it's still not spinning though. This hasn't been spinning for some time as far as I'm aware. So yeah, it's a shame that they've not come and looked at this and got that spinning again, because it doesn't quite have the same effect with it just standing still. And we're now through those entrance turnstiles into the park proper. And yeah, look at all this for Halloween Horror Nights. Imagine this will be pretty cool later on at night, all the lighting there. Get a couple of actors up here perhaps. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. That is going to be awesome. I love Universal Studios Florida. It really is great. Again, a park I visited back in 1991 when it wasn't a resort. Obviously the resort became a thing in 1999 with Islands of Adventure and City Walk. Of course, you've got all the hotels. You've now got Volcano Bay. And then in summer 2025, we'll have another Universal park, Epic Universe, which is looking set to be pretty incredible. Yeah, you've got the Universal Studios store just off to the left as we enter the new land, Minion Land. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. I love this. Yeah, of course, Despicable Me Minion Mayhem has always been here, but this all used to be Shrek 4D, which is now Villain Con Minion Blast. This is a great photo op, I like that. Illumination Avenue. Yeah, first time seeing all this. This all opened up earlier this year. I do love the facade to Despicable Me Minion Mayhem though. It's a simulator style ride. And it looks as though it's just a 10-minute wait for Villain Con Minion Blast. So I'm going to head on in and see just what this is like. Looks like it could be a lot of fun. Yeah, and Villain Con Minion Blast isn't a ride as such. It's kind of an interactive shooting experience where you're stood on a moving walkway. But yeah, I love the theming in here. This is great. Yeah, the bike. That's cool. On the bike parts down here.
The rarer the collectible, the higher the point value. Destroy objects to uncover.
How great is he? Love all the theming pieces in here. The Diabolique Boutique. It's like being back at that alleyway in SeaWorld Howler-Scream. Check that vlog out if you've not already done so. As well as all the others here from the Florida 2023 trip. Plenty more to come as well. The Vicious 6. And here we go, here's the guns. Look at the size of these. Eliminator X. Yeah, these are pretty cool, certainly a lot bigger than I was expecting. Wow. And here we go, about to move on to the walkway. Standing on my button here. Oh wow, the screens are great. So much going on. It's extremely difficult to work out where your crosshairs are. in here. Oh, some nice verticality, that's cool. I tell you as well, this gun is really heavy. Trying to hold it with one hand here, with the camera in the other. Yeah, that's definitely heavy. I'm just shooting everything I can here. That's probably not a good score. Can I shoot him? No, I don't think so. Yes, die. Oh, I think I've just picked out which one's my crosshair. There you go. That's probably the hardest thing about this. Once you can actually locate your crosshair, then you can start playing the game properly. But it's quite hard to pick out. I love all this in here though, this is great. It's a long experience for sure. Over 3 minutes now. Oh wow, this screen. Hey, the Pharaoh's Lighthouse.
You were never matched for my superior intellect. I have weaponized Satan at my command. Curse you, tiny moon! It's me, Scarlet Overkill! You know what they say, behind every successful woman is a giant woman.
So there we are, that looks like it's the end of the experience.
You survived the biggest battle royale in Villain Con history! Well...
And that's it.
Right, Val?
Villain Con Minion Blast. And we've exited into the Villain Con merch store now then, and yeah, look at this. Little replica. Scaled down, of course, $35. That might have been a better actual size for the ride itself, to be fair. Might not quite have been so heavy then. You got all your Villain Con merch in here? I do actually have one of these at home. Kind of more similar to this guy. Do love a good minion. Got the fart guns here. All the different blasters. Now, to be honest, I'd like to wear that at work. Have a bad day. I like that. Yeah, there he is. You got all your phone cases here as well. Headphone cases, magnets, Apple Watch bands here as well. All your bags. Oh, I like this. I like the Vicious 6 mug, that's pretty cool. $15. You know these nice little bags? It's actually really well made. How much is that? Feels quite expensive. Yeah, $90 for that. Yeah, there's lots of nice pieces in here. And there we are. Villain Con Minion Blast. And there we go then, my first experience of Villain Con Minion Blast. And you know what, just for a 10-minute wait, that was actually really, really good. Yeah, love the queue line with all the theming and the props around, the little touch screens, the big old alligator in there, that was pretty cool. We got all the video screens showing all the minions. Yeah, that was really cool. It was quite a detailed queue line, which was cool. And then the ride experience itself, yeah, you pick up your blaster, which I've got to say is too heavy and too unwieldy, to be honest. It's really quite large. I can imagine someone like the smaller kids really having trouble with that, you know, kind of keeping it up on towards those screens for the length of that ride. So yeah, it would have been nice if the guns were a little bit smaller. In terms of the experience of the ride itself though, yeah, standing on the moving walkway, going through all those different scenes, there's a mixture of kind of screens and some props in there as well. The screens are all really high quality, really, really large, some verticality to them as well, which is really, really good to see. You could maybe have an issue locating your crosshairs. There's a lot going on. That's the only issue. It's easy to kind of point your gun up, try and locate your crosshair in the sky somewhere, and then bring it down and try to follow it. Yeah, it can be quite easy to lose. There is a lot going on, and you know, there's a lot of people. Unless you're in there on your own or just with a couple of people, if it's a busy ride, you're going to have trouble locating your crosshair. Not that I'm blaming that for my absolutely dismal score of 252,000 though. There's no excuse for that apart from me holding it with one hand. If the queue time stays as low as it is, I'll come back, give it another go a little bit later on without the camera and see what kind of score I get. And then of course into the merch shop as well, where there's loads of great Minion merch to buy, from your bags, your cups, your lanyards, even mobile phone cases, your shirts, vests, all the rest of it, all branded with that Minion branding, which is great to see. Yeah, we're going to take another look around the rest of the area now then of Minion Land. Yeah, we got Bake My Day just behind me here, which looks kind of cool, and obviously as you can see behind me as well, we've got a character meet and greet. So yeah, let's check out the rest of Minion Land. And here we are, Bake My Day. Looks great, doesn't it? Very pink facade. That little minion at the top there, keeping a lookout on everything. Stood on top of the big pink cake with that cherry, which looks like a gun turret. Yeah, it's a nice facade, this. Got some props in the window. The big wheel. The unicorns, the unicorn bags. And here we are inside Bake My Day then. All this cotton candy here. All these sugary treats. Just thought I'd come inside and check out, see what they do here. And check out the theming. Some more merch to buy here. More phone cases, more bags. And there's those Windows props again. He's cool. Yeah, I love this guy stuck at the top here. He got all the arrows in him. Fired by this guy over here. Yeah, more merch to buy over here. Then you've got your cakes just over here, or your Minion Pops and your cupcakes. These look awesome. Got your s'mores. Looks like anything between $8 and $10 for these. Ooh, it's pretty pricey. Love the banana cream Swiss roll. That's some amazing cakes, that's cool. And I've just bought myself a banana cream Swiss roll from Bake My Day. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's just over $6 including tax. Just had my breakfast, but you know what? I like banana, so yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Oh my God. That is delicious. And some footage of the character meet and greets going on at the moment. I think that was Gru and Agnes. And there's a few others there that I can't quite put names to, but yeah, everyone's having fun around there. I gotta say, this is a really nice addition to Universal Studios. It looks great. You got your freeze ray pops there. Got a nice little facade for the Bank of Evil. Yeah, this is all really cool. And then just to the left of that, you've got the Minions Cafe. And there's just some idea of what you can get in the Minions Cafe here. Some weird, wacky and wonderful stuff. But yeah, this guy he's had a little bit of an accident with the paint by the looks of it. You know, the theming in here is really cool. Yeah, I like all this. All the things floating around in the pipes. Got the bananas up here. Here you got some outside seating here, as well as the main eatery, which is just through here. Yeah, really well done. And then, like I say, you got the big old popcorn stand just here. I say popcorn stand, more of a popcorn stall. I thought initially that it was going to be banana flavored popcorn, but I don't think it is. That would have been a nice touch though. But yeah, again, you got all the Minions across the top here. And then on the top as well. Yeah, this looks cool. Just flame roasting the corn up there. Yeah, really nice area actually, really quite impressed. It looks the part. It definitely freshens up an area that was looking tired here at Universal Studios Florida, so it's great to see. Yeah, really nice, really colourful. And while Villain Con Minion Blast isn't anything exceptional, it is good fun. I just hope that they change the design of those blasters, although I can't really see that happening anytime soon. And of course, right opposite this area, we've got Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Now this wait time is currently 30 minutes. And there's been some updates on this, mainly due with the music that you can select on the cars themselves. That's all been updated. Yeah, the non-inverting loop there looks great. Vertical lift hill, manufactured by Maura Rides with their X cars. Yeah, anyone that rode G-Force at Drayton Manor will be familiar with these. It is a rough and ready coaster though. It does throw you about quite a lot, but it is a great ride. Hey, at 30 minutes, let's jump on. And just had my ride on Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket then. Opened here back in 2009, manufactured by Maura. And yeah, it's a great coaster that. Straight after the vertical lift hill, you got that dive into the non-inverting loop, and there's some really nice whippy transitions in there as well. And actually, it was running a lot smoother than I remember the last time I rode it, so that's really, really good to see. Yeah, last time I rode this, it really was quite jolty. And yes, there's still a couple of jolts in places, but overall, the experience was a lot smoother than the last time I rode it. And like I say, all the soundtracks have been updated on there as well. You got My Chemical Romance, you got Shania Twain, but I went for the good old classic Darude Sandstorm, and yeah, that really made the ride as well. Do like that ride here, one of 3 coasters here at Universal Studios Florida. Gonna head further into the park now. We'll see what that queue time is like for the Mummy. And as we leave Minion Land then, we enter into the New York area of Universal Studios Florida, which is where you'll find Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon, manufactured by Dynamic Attractions, opened here in 2017. And yeah, a lot of people don't have much love for this ride. I think it's kind of fun. I'm not a big fan of Jimmy Fallon or anything, but I don't think it's quite as bad as people say. I would happily ride this if the wait time is kind of, 15 minutes tops, maybe 20 minutes. It's not too bad. It's not as good as the ride it replaced. Oh, I call it a ride, more of an experience. Of course, this used to be home to Twister Ride It Out. You had Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt and all the theming from the Twister movies and stuff there, and I really like that. But yeah, it's just a 10-minute wait. I'll probably hop on that a little bit later. However, I'm hankering for some Mummy action, so I'm going to head over to that enclosed coaster manufactured by Premier Rides. And it's a great coaster, this. 3 launches, top speed of 40 miles an hour, but there's some absolutely tremendous theming. It's a real shame that I can't take you on rides here at Universal Studios, as it would make a great POV. Hollywood Rip Ride rocket through there, and the New York facades. Love all the facades down here. Of course, you'll also find the Blues Brothers down here, live show. But let's head on to the Mummy. Let's check out that queue time. And just had my ride on Revenge of the Mummy then. Opened here in 2004, manufactured by Premier Rides. It's an enclosed steel coaster that features a couple of launches, a backwards section, and speeds of 40 miles an hour, which actually feels a lot quicker than that. And it's a really great ride. That's some fantastic fire effects, including one section where the fire all comes over the top, and it really does get quite hot. There's some great theming and props in there to see as well. It really is a fantastic ride. Yeah, like I say, it opened in 2004, actually replaced the Confrontation ride, which closed in 2002. And I still miss that. It was a great suspended dark ride. There was a couple of awesome King Kong animatronics in there. But you know, it came to the end of its life. It was starting to feel a little bit tired. So that closed and this reopened in its place. And almost 20 years later, like I say, it's still a fantastic ride. And I love all these facades in the New York section. All these buildings here. I think they look great. Got Jonah's Groceries there. Finnegan's Bar and Grill, and got the Regal Cafe. These lampposts, the signage, you got the Palace Arcade just across the way here. And just here is where you'll find the Blues Brothers that perform at various points throughout the day. Now this stage has actually been here for longer than I can remember. First visited in 1991, and I remember me and the family watching the Blues Brothers show there. As a kid, I was a little bit bored, and I kept grabbing all the quarters and running into the arcade just down here. So yeah, that's actually been there for a long time. But it's good to see that the show still continues. But yeah, I love all the facades. I think it's great. And Revenge of the Mummy just nestling nice towards the back there. And some more of those great facades of New York, looking down towards Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket as we now leave the New York area and enter San Francisco. Yeah, and here is where you will find Fast and Furious Supercharged. Now, although I may not quite agree with everyone that, you know, severely hates the Jimmy Fallon ride, Fast and Furious, I will agree with. I think it's absolutely awful. It's, yeah, it's not a good ride, this, at all, in my opinion. It is just my opinion, you know, there's probably people out there that do enjoy it, but yeah. It's really not for me, this one. Opened in 2018, actually replaced Earthquake, or what eventually became Disaster. And yeah, I mean, that was a classic ride. And again, yes, it had seen its time. It was kind of looking a little bit tired towards the end. But to replace it with something like this, which really is such a screen-heavy ride, where not really much happens. The queue line is okay if you like your cars. But yeah, this is going to be a ride that I'm not going to queue for today. We'll move on and do some much better rides. And interestingly enough, Fast and Furious Supercharged is currently down at the moment anyway, so yeah, we'll walk right on past that one. Yeah, it's actually feeling like quite a comfortable day here at Universal Studios Florida today. It's about 27 degrees and the crowd levels are actually not too bad. Wait times for rides are pretty reasonable. But I suspect that's because later on for Halloween Horror Nights, we'll see those huge crowd influxes bursting through the doors. And I suspect that the waits for the scare mazes later on will be extremely busy. Yeah, again, love all the theming around here for San Francisco. Got Boris the Shark over there. And of course the big Fisherman's Wharf sign here as well, which is great. Yeah, again, love all the facades here. And of course the dockside as well. And you've got all these trusses out here. All this theming. That looks as though someone stuck some googly eyes on the barrel. Yeah, and that theming all continues down here as well, obviously all to do with Halloween Horror Nights a little bit later on. As you can see, you got some of the cars here for Fast and Furious Supercharged at the exit of the ride. just after the gift shop. You can find a lot more of this kind of thing in the queue line for the ride. So yeah, like I say, if you do like your cars, you want to take some photos, it's good for that. But yeah, the ride experience itself leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. And as we make our way further round into the San Francisco area, then you'll start to see a familiar sight. It's of course King's Cross, where we came out of in the Universal Islands of Adventure vlog. Yeah, if you've not seen that already, check that out in the Florida playlists. Yeah, so we'll head on over into Diagon Alley now. This whole area opened in 2014 is actually built on what used to be the old Jaws ride. If you managed to get a ride in on that, let me know in the comments. Great ride that was. Yeah, that was completely ripped up and replaced with Diagon Alley. And of course, you've got the night bus just off to the right. Triple decker. Great photo op. And then the fountain as well. And all these facades of Grimald Place. But yeah, let's head on into Diagon Alley. And if you've not been down here to Universal Studios Florida before and seen Diagon Alley, this reveal as you come through this entranceway here is really impressive. It's still impressive even if you have seen it before. With all these facades, it looks absolutely marvelous. Almost as impressive as the Harry Potter studios back home in Watford, London. All these facades here look so good. And of course, towards the back there, Gringotts Bank, which is where you'll find our third and final roller coaster here at Universal Studios Florida, Escape from Gringotts. Really impressive coaster that, manufactured by Intamin. Yeah, we'll hop on that shortly. But yeah, look at all this around here. Looks great. You got Nocturne Alley down here as well, where you'll find the Bourne Stuntacular gift shop. Nice dark and creepy area. And you've got lots of interactives around here as well, if you have got one of those interactive wands that you can purchase. Oh, it all looks great, and just a 45-minute wait time for Escape from Gringotts. As the big fire-breathing dragon sits on top of the bank. Such an immersive area, this. Absolutely brilliant. And in Nocturne Alley now, which is really quite a dark area, which is where you'll find the Borgen and Burke's gift shop. Nice and cool in here. Cool and creepy. Yeah, great shop this.
Come on, baby. You're right close behind me. Grab my bag.
Lots of creepy props in here. There's some great merch, but of course, the shop itself really is awesome. All the shelving, all the props in here, and of course the vanishing cabinet as well. Great stuff. Just had my ride then on Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Opened in 2014 with this area, manufactured by Intamin. Just a 25-minute queue time. Used the single rider though, hopped straight on, no waiting at all. And it's a great ride that, yeah, uses motion-based vehicles, takes you all around through kind of the vaults of Gringotts, if you like. Yeah, some screens in there, some detailed sets, and it really is a fantastic ride. Very clever technology in there as well, and tells a great story. If you're a big fan of Harry Potter, you'll absolutely love this. Really good, thrilling, enclosed coaster. Yeah, that's the third and final coaster here at Universal Studios Florida now, so we're going to leave Diagon Alley and head over to Springfield. Oh, the dragon really does look great. Just as we are making our way out of Diagon Alley now then. Here's some more great theming to see around this way. And also a stage here as well, where as you can see, you get some shows throughout the day. And you can also get your butterbeer here as well, much like Hogsmeade in Islands of Adventure. And yeah, the houses of Grimmauld Place offer a nice little interactive experience as well. If you go up and knock on any of these doors here, sometimes you'll get someone coming out through here, through one of these windows, peering from behind the curtain. No one's getting much luck at the moment though. Oh, there you go. Here he is. And goblin up there. Nice touch that. And some great views across the lake here over towards Pier 41. Hollywood Rip Ride rocket in the background and the Transformers building as well. And there he goes up the vertical lift hill. Yeah, offers some great photo opportunities just here. And then just to the left, you've got Springfield, which if you're a Simpsons fan, yeah, you'll be right at home here. Features a couple of rides, one of which being the 2008 Simpsons ride, manufactured by Intamin, actually replaced Back to the Future, the ride, which, look, you know, if it's down to me, Back to the Future wins every single time. Would love to see that ride back here. This ride actually, last time I rode it, was extremely rough. I actually got off with quite a headache. So yeah, we'll see what the queue time's like. If it's a little bit too much, I may give this one a miss, just in case it's not much better. Although I've got to say, the facade to the ride still looks absolutely amazing. Krusty on the front. His eyes are actually working as well. Last year I don't think they were, if I remember rightly. Lots of photo ops. You've got Moe's Bar here. Yeah, let's head on over and take a look. And even though, in my opinion at least, the Simpsons TV series doesn't quite have the same appeal as it used to, it still makes for a fantastically vibrant and colourful area here in Universal Studios Florida. Yeah, big old Krusty face there. 45-minute standby time for the Simpsons ride, and that doesn't offer a single rider queue either, so that's a little bit too high for me, certainly going by my experience when I rode it last year, so we'll give that a miss. Yeah, love this though, looks great. And the signage up there as well. Here you've got all the kind of side stalls that go around the outside. You've got the Quickie Mart over the back, which is a merch stall, and then you've got Moe's Bar just to the right of that, where you can get some drinks and snacks. Yeah, just off to the right here, you got Kang and Kodos's Twirl and Hurl. Love Kang and Kodos. Yeah, great little flat ride. Love the signage for that as well. Look at that.
Have you never invaded a city before?
And yeah, I do like the way that these facades stay true to the TV series. That's really cool. Like I say, Quickie Mart is just a little merch store there. You got Duff Beer Man over the back there. With all your Duff merchandise. Got the Duff mascots. Again, you get your Duff beer in there as well as your soft drinks. Your Cletus's Chicken Shack. And like I say, you got Moe's Bar here as well. The statue of Jebediah Springfield. And Lad Lad Donuts. Yeah, it's a really detailed area. And like I say, if you are a Simpsons fan, you'll be well in your element here. Lots to look at. Lots of photo opportunities. You've got Krusty Burger off to the left here as well. And then Bumblebee Man's Tacos. And of course, an absolutely awesome photo opportunity of the Lad Lad Donut. Love it. And just as you exit Springfield, you've got the throwbacks to Back to the Future, the ride, featuring the car and the train from the movies. Yeah, here you go. And I do miss this ride. Really wish that it just received a refurb and had stayed here at the park rather than being replaced with the Simpsons ride. But there you go, that's me living in the past. And you also have the World Expo area here as well, which is where you'll find Men in Black, the interactive dark ride, which opened back in 2000. Yeah, it's a good ride this, however, I do wonder just how much longer this will be here. I feel like it's getting a little bit tired now, this franchise. Perhaps it is due to be rethemed into something else. Current wait time 15 minutes. However, I'll take advantage of the single rider queue. And I've just had my ride on Men in Black Alien Attack then, and yeah, just missed out on the bonus, finished with 85,000 points. And yeah, it is a good ride that. The ride system itself is still really good. It's a track dark ride, gives some good spins in there. I just feel like the Men in Black franchise is getting a little bit tired now. I'd love to see a retheme on this, something completely new, something a little bit more modern, a little bit more popular, you know. Year 2000 this opened, so you're talking almost 24 years ago now. I just feel like it's due for something a little more fresh. However, like I say, it is still a fun ride, and there's some good bits to see in the queue line as well. And some highlights there then of the Animal Actors on Location show. Yeah, that show really hasn't changed very much over the years, but it is still great. And if you like animals, it is a lot of fun. I've just come out of there now and heading down towards ET. And as you can see, there's a lot of construction walls around here. This is going to be, in the future, the Dreamworks Animation area. Yeah, this used to contain Curious George, the play area. There was a Shrek meet and greet area here. And when I first visited in 1991, they used to have the Psycho house here. It was actually used in the filming of Psycho 4. Yeah, that was removed quite a long time ago. Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster was here as well. That still exists, but will be rethemed as part of this new Dreamworks Animation area. So yeah, it's in full swing at the moment with the construction. As you can see, a lot of scaffolding behind these walls here. I'm not going to be able to see over these walls, but I might be able to get the camera over. And as you can see over those construction walls there, nothing too exciting happening. The most we've got in terms of verticality is this scaffolding that's going on here. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a really nice area. Definitely going to freshen up what was there before. And I'm looking forward to seeing it in the future. But we're going to walk down here now to the entrance of ET, one of the park's originals, which opened back in 1990. And I can take you on this one. Standby wait time is currently 45 minutes though, which is quite high for this. I think everybody's just come out of Animal Actors and has come straight to ET. But let's get on anyway and enjoy the original ride here.
Check it out.
I absolutely love this queue line. Probably not going to see much on the camera, but this takes me right the way back to being like an 8-9-year-old child. It's great. Oh, it's such a classic, this. There we go, back to the home world.
E.T. Go to Dickley. Hurry.
Oh, you can imagine how impressive this was back in 1990. It still holds up today. I'm gonna get my name read out.
Goodbye, friend. Charlene, Hodge, Linda, Anna, Rue, Angel.
Hey! Cheers, E.T. Nice. And there we are. The end of a classic. Say what you like about E.T. I hope that doesn't go anywhere anytime soon. It's a park original. I love the IP. It's absolutely great. I know what I said about Men in Black, but E.T., that's different. I might be being biased, but I really hope that ride doesn't go anywhere. All these years later, it's still absolutely awesome. The smell pod's in there, all the animatronics, and E.T.'s homeworld right at the end really is still so good. I've come down now to Mel's Drive-In to get myself a little bit of a late lunch. However, this is very much closed. Yeah, all the classic cars have gone out the front here, all the windows are blacked out, so unfortunately, yeah, I won't be getting any lunch inside here today. Yeah, I don't know how long that's been closed for or how long it's going to remain closed. But yeah, there's certainly no signs of it opening anytime soon. So we head down this way, head into Hollywood, where the star of the show here is, of course, the Bourne Stuntacular, opened here in 2020. And it is an absolutely fantastic show, this. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of a mix between real-life actors, on-set props, and screens. And it is really impressive. It's such a shame that you're not allowed to actually film in there. They got some Halloween Horror Nights theming here as well. Got the dark room. And some more great facades down here. Love the music as well. Five and Dime merch shop just off to the left. And yeah, you can't come to Universal Studios and not catch the Bourne Stuntacular show. It really is great. And that will just leave one final area of the park, which is Production Central, which is where you'll find Transformers 3D, manufactured by Oceaneering International, basically very similar to Spider-Man over at Islands of Adventure. Yeah, let's head on in and catch a show of the Bourne Stuntacular. Absolutely awesome show. And I've just come out from watching the Bourne Stuntacular then, an absolutely epic live action show. Very clever mixture of screens, real life props and live actors to give an absolutely awesome experience. It replaced Terminator in that same building, and if you've not already seen that, please take the time out to come and watch it. It's about a 30-minute show and it really is absolutely awesome. The only thing I would say is that if you do suffer from kind of motion sickness or anything, or you don't like sudden gunfire, really loud noises, things like that, then it might not be for you. But if that doesn't bother you, absolutely come down and see it. There's flame effects in there, wind effects, and it really is an awesome show. I make sure to come down and watch it every time I visit Universal Studios. It really is absolutely amazing. Coming towards the end of the day now though, it's almost 5 o'clock. Standard park hours closes at 5 for the prep work basically for Halloween Horror Nights, which starts at 6:30. So I'm going to head back down to Production Central, see if I can quickly get a ride on Transformers 3D. And over that way as well is the Stay and Scream area, which basically allows you to stay in the park whilst that Halloween Horror Night prep work takes place. So we'll see how busy that is, see if I can get a ride on Transformers, and then we'll be wrapping up today's vlog. And it was a walk-on Transformers 3D then for my last ride of the day here at Universal Studios Florida. And it's a great ride that. It uses exactly the same ride system as Spider-Man over at IOA, but with the Transformers overlay. And in my opinion, I actually prefer the Spider-Man version. But if you're a Transformers fan, you will absolutely love that ride. that brings this vlog here at Universal Studios Florida to a close, and it's been a great day today. Much more manageable crowd levels. The weather's been a little bit cooler. It's kind of made it a much more comfortable day. Great to get around all the areas again. The Bourne Stuntacular was an absolutely fantastic show. Great to see the Dreamworks Animations area going up near ET. Really looking forward to seeing how that pans out in a season or two's time, seeing what that coaster becomes in there as well. We've done 3 of the 3 coasters here. Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket with its refreshed song list, obviously Escape from Gringotts, and the absolutely awesome Revenge of the Mummy, which in my opinion is the best coaster here. I think it does edge out Escape from Gringotts just a little bit. The fire effects in there, the props, the theming, absolutely fantastic. And yeah, there's some not so good rides here as well, like obviously the Jimmy Fallon ride and Fast and the Furious Supercharged, which may not be great, but in my opinion, they're still worth doing if you haven't done them. And if the queue times are kind of 10-15 minutes, I think they're worth doing. Why not? You're here, you may as well get your money's worth. Yeah, we've had a good look around the park today, looked at all those updates, and I've really enjoyed my day here today. It's been fantastic. Prep work now is going on for Halloween Horror Nights. The park is now closed. We'll reopen again at 6:30 with all of the spooky theming and those haunted houses in full effect. That is going to be coming up in the next vlog right here on Adventure Planet. Really looking forward to seeing just how things have improved in the years that it's been since I last done that. So yeah, that's coming up next right here on Adventure Planet. But for today, from Universal Studios Florida, I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy riding everybody. I'll see you in the fog.